Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm gonna do my May wrap up and then my June TBR. I figured my June TBR, I'm going to kind of just pick the books that I want to personally read. There's just so many books that I put into like different challenges and then I never get them. So we're picking our own TBR this month. I figured I'd switch it up a little bit, but let's go through my May wrap up. So the first book I read in May was Funny Story by Emily Henry. This one I ended up giving 4 stars. So it wasn't my favorite Emily Henry book. My favorite Emily Henry book is Book Lovers, and then Beach Read is underneath Book Lovers, but barely. This one I just didn't get that Emily Henry feeling from. I don't know what it was about it. I don't know if it was like the storyline or the characters, I don't know. But 4 stars, still really enjoyed it. I still definitely recommend it if you have not read it yet. But if you're new to Emily Henry, I would probably read one of her other books first. So that's just my opinion. And then I had an arc of Not Another Love Song by Julie Soto. This one I read on my Kindle, so I'll put a picture up. I gave this one 4 stars as well. I read Forget Me Not by the same author in April, I think it was, or March, one of the two, and I was obsessed with it. I absolutely loved it. This one just didn't give me that feeling. It was still a really good story, and I liked the storyline. Follows along they're both like string instrument players, so that was definitely unique. I've never read a book like that before, so I did enjoy that part, and I enjoyed the characters as well. I just felt like I was getting kind of bored, and it's also in third person, the way that it's written, and Forget Me Not was written in first person, so I don't know why she switched that up. I didn't really enjoy that. I don't like books in third point of view, but otherwise I do recommend it. It comes out July 16th. If you've read Forget Me Not, I just suggest trying it. And then I read Bridesmaid by Hire by Megan Quinn. This one I gave 3 stars. I've never read a book by Megan Quinn before, so that was new to me, and it's just like a fun, cheesy rom-com. I had a fun time reading it. It's really perfect for summer, and I actually have one of her books on my TBR for June, which I'll get to that. And then I randomly picked up this book on my Kindle. I just have seen a lot of people talk about it, so I felt like I wanted to just give it a try. That is Rewrite Our Story by Kat Singleton. I didn't really enjoy it. I gave it 3 stars because it was kind of mediocre. You see the past point of view, like the past story, and then the future story, and a lot of it was just miscommunication, and I hate when miscommunication is like a big part of a couple's story. So for that, I gave it 3 stars. I'm still going to continue on with the series. There's 2 more, I think, Tempt Our Fate and then Chase Our Forever or something like that. Don't quote me on that. I know the second one's already out, and the third one comes out soonish, I believe. And then I read Happily Never After by Lynn Painter. I also gave this 3 stars. It was definitely not my favorite Lynn Painter book. I feel like her YA books are just so much better than her adult romances, in my opinion. It was just like a fast read. I think I read this in a day or 2. It wasn't bad, but it wasn't my favorite book by her, and since I love Lynn Painter, I wasn't really feeling it with this one. And then I just finished this up, Daisy Hates by Jessa Hastings. This one was not a 5-star like Magnolia Parks was. This one I gave 4 stars. I feel like it took me like over a week to read this. I don't know why, but I just could not get through parts of it, and then towards like probably the last 45%, I really was enjoying it, and I was really intrigued, and I wanted to keep reading, and then I binged it all last night. So for that reason, I give 4 stars. I love Christian in this book, and I just feel like if I'm going to choose between Magnolia or Daisy as of right now, I would choose Magnolia right now, but I definitely love seeing we get 3 point of views in this book, and I really did enjoy that. So that's all the books that I read in May. I actually started Part of Your World by Abby Jimenez right now, and I'm like 2 chapters in, so I don't really have any opinions on it. but I've just heard such amazing things about her books, and I've only read one. I read like her Valentine's Day short story on Kindle Unlimited. So we're gonna get to my June TBR. The first book that I want to read is Wild Love by Elsie Silver. This is her new Rose Hill series. I've heard just amazing things about this and that it's like one of her best books. And I recently finished Chestnut Springs last month or 2 months ago. I can't even remember. Definitely really excited to dive into this one. I just love Elsie Silver's books so much. And then this is just like a random romance, but Mrs. Nash's Ashes by Sarah Adler. I just feel like summertime would be the perfect time to read this, and I don't think I'll read it if I don't read it in the next couple months or few months. But I heard if you love beach read, you'll love this one, so that kind of intrigued me. This one I feel like will just be the perfect book to read while I'm in my hammock or outside in the sun. Just sounds amazing. Same thing with this one, You with a View by Jessica Joyce. I think another book of hers, The X-Files, comes out in July. I think it's July. So I want to read this one before I read that one. I already pre-ordered it. That's my problem. I pre-order books and I've never read this author before. But I've just heard too many good things about this. So I think I'm going to like it. And again, perfect summery book. So that's the perfect time to read it. And then we have two new series. The first one is Binding 13 by Chloe Walsh. This is the Boys of Tommen series. And I heard that this book, this series is amazing and it's life-changing, and I guess like your life will never be the same after you read this. So that alone really intrigued me. But I'm gonna wait till like the end of the month, I think. But we'll see. It is on Kindle Unlimited, so that might make me pick it up over another one of these books. And then the last book, well actually we have two more. This one, and then I have one on my Kindle. But The Assassin's Blade, I want to start the Throne of Glass series. I know you can read this in like a bunch of different orders, but I'm going to follow Destiny and read this first. I just haven't read a Sarah J Maas book since Avatar, and that was over a year ago. So I really want to read this. This is like my #1 series that I have been just dying to read. Because again, I heard this one's life-changing. So we're going to read it this month, hopefully. And then I have a Not So Meet Cute by Megan Quinn. This is one of, there's like so many different orders you can read her books. But I guess a lot of them are interconnected, I guess. You'll see like some characters from different series or something like that. I heard to start with this one first. So I read Bridesmaid for Hire, and I think you'll see some characters from this one in Bridesmaid for Hire. So I want to read another one of her books because it was a really fun time reading it, and I think I'll probably like this one more than Bridesmaid for Hire because I heard it's just amazing. And then I also have this ARC. It's Just One Taste by Lizzie Dent. I got the ARC off of NetGalley, and I want to read it before it comes out. It comes out July 16th, so same day as Not Another Love Song. So I want to read that one before, hopefully before it comes out. I'm hoping by the end of June I can get it done. It's just a short little romance and I can read it on my Kindle. But those are all the books that I read in May, and that all the books that I want to read in June. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please give it a thumbs up if you did. Subscribe if you're not already. And let me know what you're reading in June. And if you've read any of these books, what are your thoughts? I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.